Hey guys, how's it going? This is EdutechUber. In this video, I'm going to work problem 3 with you. Okay, so we're going to work the third problem in the June 2020 paper 1 for ZIMSEC Advanced level. Okay, so we're going to work through the problem together, question 3. So I'm just going to get rid of all the other stuff and then we're just going to have question 3. Okay, so question 3 says express 6x squared minus 24x minus 25 in this form. Okay, so they want this form, they want us to express in that form, giving the numerical values for a and b and c. Okay, so at the end of the day we just have to deduce those values. So there are actually two methods of solving the problem. I'm going to show you the shorter one first. If you can, this would be the best way to go about it. The shorter way is to use a method which is based on the idea of completing the square. This is how you'd go about it. So you have 6x squared minus 24x, then minus 25 here. So you want to concentrate on this part because here you don't want to disrupt this part. See, it will be the numbers part. So you are actually going to ignore this part first, okay? But then you want to check you want to manipulate the first part to get this here, okay? So what I'm going to do is to factor out 6. If I factor out 6, what do I get? I get x squared minus 4x, okay? So I get x squared minus 4x minus 25 here. I'm getting closer and closer to actually having this. So to have this here, this is a square, so here I have to complete the square to actually get that. So I can say this one will be my x, and then I can say x squared, then minus 4x. To complete the square here, I need, you check this one, b, so you can say b over 2 squared like this. This is what you want, okay? This is what you want to add. So you'd actually need 4. So it's 4 divided by 2, you get 2, then squared, you get 4. So I'm going to say plus 4 here, but then I'm also going to say minus 4. Why is that necessary? This is necessary to maintain the balance for the expression. In this case, the expression actually had negative 4x only. You want to create a 4, so you have to create a minus 4 as well, such that at the end of the day you didn't create anything, because 4 minus 4 is simply equal to 0. Okay, the reason we just did this is so that we can complete our square, because here notice this part of the expression here, it actually gives us a square. Okay, so this one would be x minus 2 squared like this. Okay, but then you're left with negative 4 inside the square brackets. They help you, okay? They help you realize that you're supposed to multiply this 6 by negative 4. So here you're having 6x minus 2 squared, then minus 24 here, then minus 25 like this. Then you have 6x minus 2 squared minus 49 like this. Okay, so this is an elegant way of working out this problem, and you can actually inspect. You can now say by inspection. Okay, so you can say by inspection, so they will know that you're comparing this and this. Your a equal to 6, your b equal to negative 2 here, okay, and your c equal to negative 49. So this is how you go about working this problem. What I'm going to do is to actually store this and then see whether we have done the correct thing or not using the other method. So a equal to 6, I'm going to store it here, and then b equal to negative 2, and then we have c equal to negative 49. Okay, so I'm going to store it here, and then we're going to get rid of everything else, and then we're going to restart our working and then see whether we'll get the same values. So some of you you were thinking of expanding, so it's still fine. So you can have 6x squared here minus 24x minus 25 here. It's equal to a, then x plus b squared, then plus c like this. So you can have 6x squared minus 24x minus 25 here. Then you can say a, then you expand this one. If you expand this one, you get x squared. Then you're supposed to add b and b, so you get 2b here, x, then you're supposed to take the square, so it'd be plus b squared like this. Okay, so this one would be your expanded form, and then you'd be plus c. So again, you'd say 6x squared minus 24x minus 25 like this equal to, then here you can expand, so it'd be ax squared, then plus 2abx, okay, then plus ab squared plus c like this. Okay, so by inspection again, so let me actually by inspection, so you're now inspecting. A is equal to 6, obviously, because you're comparing this one and this one. Okay, so the coefficients by inspection, you can say x cubed here, just to be clear on what it is exactly that you're inspecting. Okay, so you can also say by inspecting. This time we'll be inspecting x. So we're inspecting x, terms in x. So you get negative 24 equal to 2a be like this. Okay, so here all your a is already given, it's 6, so you're going to say negative 24 equal to 2 by 6 by b. So b is equal to negative 24 over 12 like this. Okay, so you actually get b as negative 2. So b equal to negative 2 like this. Okay, so which is good for us. And then c, obviously you have to find c from equating. You say by inspecting, then you say x to the power 0. Okay, so you're inspecting only the numbers. So it'd be negative 25 here. We're inspecting this, and we're comparing it to this. Okay, so it's equal to a b squared plus c like this. Okay, so here already you have your value, so it'd be your a is equal to 6, then b squared equal to negative 2 squared, then plus c. Okay, and then your c is equal to, then here you have negative 25, and then here you get 24. So 24, you put this one to this other side, it becomes negative 24. Then at the end of the day, you get c equal to negative 49 like this. Okay, so this is how you'd go about it. This is an alternative way of working out the same problem, whichever way you find more convenient, that's the way that you're supposed to. That's the way that you're supposed to use. The first one, I really loved it because it's more mathematical and it's not forced, and it might be a little bit tricky, but then I really love it. Okay, if you know both methods, what you do is to start with the simpler method that you can use to compute the answer the fastest, and then afterwards, when you're done with your work, when you're revising, just use the other method and then compare those answers. Okay, so after getting these values, we prove these values for 2 ways of working our equation. We can actually proceed to the next part. So next part says hence or otherwise. Hence or otherwise, again, it simply means you can use the answer that you got, or you can start afresh and then use any other method. It's still fine. They just want you to solve this inequality here. So I'm going to take the hence part, because the hence part usually it saves time. Okay, since you actually have so much going on in terms of the material that you use that you need to factorize this equation. Okay, so you actually have this one. I'm going to use the elements for this one. We have the answers already. So I'm going to say on A, so I'm going to, let me actually first write out the equation that we have. Okay, so minus 25 greater than 0 here. This is the inequality rather that we have. So here I'm going to write the equivalent. The equivalent would be A, so A will be 6 in this case. And then you have x plus b, or your b is equal to minus 2. So I'm straight up just going to write minus 2 here. So minus 2 squared, and then plus c, your c is minus 49. So I'm going to write minus 49 straight, okay, like this. And then I'm going to say it's greater than 0. The next step, I'm going to divide throughout by 6. So I actually get x minus 2 here squared, then minus 49 over 6 like this. Okay, so it's greater than 0. Here I can actually convert this into a difference of 2 squares. Here I can create the square root of this as a square. So this is how you go about it. So you can say square root of 49 over 6 here. You can say the square root, and then you can say squared. Okay, so now you actually have difference of 2 squares, where one root is the square root of this, and then one root is this. So you can factorize square root of the difference of two squares. You can factorize it by putting the square root of the first square, okay? So the square root of the first square is simply x minus 2. I'm going to put it there. And then I'm going to say greater than 0. In the next part, you're going to add the square root of the second square. So square root would be 49 over 6 here. And then in the next part here, you're going to subtract. So you get negative 49 over 6 like this, okay? So what you have here, your roots would be x equal to. So here, if you equate this to 0, you'd actually get 2 plus. You'd actually get 2 minus rather. You'd actually get 2 minus 49, square root of 49 over 6. Okay, so you'd actually get 2 minus square root of 49 over 6. I'm sure you can compute it and also get the exact value on your calculator. Okay, we're actually going to compute this one as well, and just to see what we'd get. And then the other square root would be the other root would be 2 plus square root of 49 over 6 like this. Okay, so let me just write the approximate values here. I'm just going to compute. Okay, so I'm getting negative 0.8577 like this. Okay, going on, and then here I'm getting, so now we're going to add, I'm getting 4.8577 and so forth. Okay, so that's it. And then here, to the way that you actually find your inequalities is you should draw first. Okay, so when you're drawing your function, you should have a sense of is my function smiling or is it frowning. So in this case, your function would be smiling, just because this one here it's positive. Okay, so the coefficient of x squared is actually positive. So in each case, your function will be smiling, so it has a minimum here. So you'll be having like this. Okay, so you have one of the roots, you have to put it here. So I can put as negative 0.86, or you can say 0.858. Okay, 858 like this. And then this one here would be 4.858 like this. Okay, so afterwards, what you do now is to ascertain where is my function greater than 0. So obviously it's this part's here. Okay, so what it means is that x is less than negative 0.858, then union x is greater than 4.858 like this. Okay, so this one would be your solution. Okay, so again, you're supposed to see here it's positive, the coefficient of x squared. So it means that your graph would be having a minimum, it'd be smiling. And then once you have that minimum logged in, what you do now is to ascertain where is my value greater than 0 and where is my graph greater than 0, and then after ascertaining where it's greater than 0, then you share it and then you show. Okay, so that's just about it. This is how you work out this problem. So thank you so much for watching. This has been fun for me. I hope it was fun for you as well. So I'll catch you in the next video. Yuba out.